leg 2 of the trip. Scruff and I are going out on my typical, I think this might be our new annual birthday spring ride. Yesterday was my birthday, Sunday. Today is Monday 14th. A couple days earlier than last year, but we're going to be heading right back down to Torrey for the night possibly, and then we're going to end up in Bryce Canyon. So come along for this. Well, we've made it back to I think our new favorite campground here, the Sand Creek Campground here on the, I guess, west end of Torrey. Gentleman Harry owns the place. He's fixing it up quite a bit since last year, it looks like, you know, my groundwork, but it's looking beautiful. Like, look at this tree. It's blooming. What a beautiful thing. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and set up our tents and everything, and get to the liquor store, and we'll see what happens then. Alright, let's do it. Let's see if I can remember how to pack. I got a couple of these. My camp cooking 101. Super basic today. Scruff and I are doing some ramen noodles. And I usually add, where's my stuff? This. And a can of this. This is dessert. This was midday snack. Time I've drank this one, Scruffy's had.
This is supper.
This is lupper.
This is supper. This is what makes the world go round.
It's really nice to be out camping though. I think this might be a annual thing maybe. Alright, you jackass, you ain't gonna work for me, are you? Modern technology. No, I can't see the flame, so I don't know how much it's turned up, but it'll boil. Anyways, I'll show you what I got. Oh, I whittled myself a couple chopsticks as well, because that's what you do. You had her noodles now. Shrimp. What you got in there, Scruff?
Shrimp.
Alright.
Miniature shrimps.
Time for coffee. What, 9,600 feet there over the top?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we can get a shot of this. The GoPro's so hard to see these things so far away, but we're here in Steep Creek and Boulder Mountains. All this levels of yellows and reds and oranges and alpine. It's a big deep gorge there. You can kind of see. A little hazy today. There must be some fire somewhere. Anyways, we're dropping down now towards Escalante, and it's been a cold ride this morning, huh, Scruff?
A little chilly.
Just a little chilly. All right, let's keep going. Kind of found a little spot to pull over. There's a lot of spots to pull over through that section, but this canyon, it's much warmer here now.
Yeah. There's obviously water in the bottom.
And now only just a quarter mile from where we just pulled over. Found a better spot with better view. The Grand Staircase, Escalante.
Wow.
Here's the other side. Ah, ankle. Some cottonwoods down here. roads down here. Yeah. Well, the hole in the rock road is apparently a good four-wheel drive road prone to wash out, so that'll have to be for another time in a totally different vehicle. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go into Escalante, grab ourselves some lunch, and then head on out. There's some petrified forest around here too that we're going to probably go check out. Let's go. tree here. It's all over the ground. Free food. We stomped on a few walnuts for birdies. Oh, hey! Camp 2 here at Bryce Canyon Pines RV. And tent sites, they got trees. These are the tent sites. Some of them don't have a fire pit, but some do. Lots of room. You know, and there's a few more that go back there, and then they have like a group site that's right further down the edge. The highway is right there, but you can kind of hear it. It's not so bad. Of course, you got a hooter right here too, so that's nice that it's nice and close. Got my stuff all set up. It's like sprinkling a little bit on our way in, so we're just gonna kind of relax right now. Been a fun day, beautiful sights. What did you think of all that? That was just amazing. The colors and just the rock formations, it was just amazing. Super beautiful. And if you stay here, they have a restaurant across the way, or like the lodges, the hotel part, and you get 10% off if you tell them that you're camping over here. So that's not too bad. I think I might hit them up on that one tonight. All right, let's get to camping. Scruff's off to get wood and beer. Just a few that we have left.
Yeah. All of them off the inside.
Cool. Pine cones and pine needles. Not too bad. $10 for a pretty decent bundle. Only you can prevent forest fires. There's a lesson learned, kids. Those are pine needles. That's how quick they go.